Best thing is the best thing for the children is an intact family with their natural mother and father. Exactly. That is the best interest of the children.
Right.
And I mean, I'm going to take off on a tangent here real quickly, but that's why I say the idea that divorce at will, free divorce, unilateral divorce, forced divorce, no fault divorce is what we call it, in which somebody alleges irreconcilable differences or an irretrievable breakdown, to which the respondent has no defense, and to which the children say this is not true.
Right.
You want to comment on that?
I will. And people think that I'm a man hater, so I'm going to comment on that too. I've never. The only man I've hated is really the judges. Do I dislike my ex? Oh hell, yeah. Do I hate him? Yeah. But I've never deprived him of being a father to these children.
Right.
Not once.
And you've wanted him to be in their lives.
Oh, begged him.
Yeah.
And then my mother always said, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have to give up their kids or 50-50, and then you wouldn't have the kids.
Right.
And that wasn't in my thought process anyway. I just wanted him to be a part of it.
To be a part of their lives.
But as far as the at-fault divorce, if that was back and the no-fault divorce was repealed, or if it was repealed by the time I went through it, my ex and a lot of these other people I know going through this, their ex-spouses, whether it's a man or a woman, were caught spending money on someone else, had a second life like mine did.
Right.
Mine had a second life and was paying out of our marital assets for an apartment in New York.
Right.
For a flight attendant.
Right.
He was sucking this out of the credit union, actually gave her the account number.
Right.
So she's pulling money out. And I'm trying to figure out, why do we only have $20 when we have newborn twins and these two others? What the hell are we going to do?
And your husband is a pilot.
He's a pilot. And
but he's living a double life.
And I'm I'm not single, I'm staying at home. Not because I wanted to. I didn't want to be a stay-at-home mom and gouge the dad like some of these dads think that we think we run down the aisle to get married and go, I can't wait to get pregnant and get child support. No, that's not what we do, guys.
Right.
I was hoping to be married forever.
Right.
And so when it didn't happen and he had a second life, what do you all expect me to do?
Yeah.
So we separate, but had that at-fault divorce been in place and it been repealed, the no-fault divorce been repealed, when we go for the splitting up of the finances, what they could have done, instead of leaving me with all the debt, they didn't give him any.
Right.
They put on me, the innocent person, with the 4 children at home, give me all the debt, thousands. I can't even tell you how many. I mean, there's at least $100,000 of debt. He's taking women out to eat on our credit cards. He's doing all this stuff, and he's got, oh my God, I can't even imagine. It's awful.
Yeah.
And they said because he had a previous bankruptcy with another wife, that he didn't have the 7-year, wasn't over. Which I didn't know, Jeff, when I went back to look. He had filed it while I was married.
Wow.
Didn't even know. Okay? So now, they gave it to me. Instead of just letting the debt ride, why didn't you give it to him? Because he took the marital assets and gave it to some other woman.
Yeah.
So that at-fault divorce would have said, hey, you screwed up. Let's figure out how much money you used on the mistress, and let's deduct it from your half.
Right. And that's the problem with no-fault divorce, is that no-fault divorce, everybody knows that somebody's at fault. So the whole premise of the lawsuit, and divorce is a lawsuit, the whole premise of the lawsuit is bogus to begin with. Right. One person is just saying, I want to pursue my young little so-and-so who just fulfills me so much, or vice. I mean, it can happen both ways. Right. But the idea behind the no-fault divorce is that the guilty person suffers no consequences.
Right.
That's the only thing that is there. And I'm going to say something that may be not popular, but that's why when people in the 50-50 shared parenting movement say we need 50-50 shared parenting, I'm not there. I think that prior to divorce, what it can do, if the presumption is there of 50-50 shared parenting, it may help to reduce divorce, because the tragedy is divorce. The divorce will always cause problems. At that point, once it's done, minimize the problems. I understand that. But prior to it, when a guy's cheating on his wife, stop cheating.
Right.
That's all there is to it.
Right.
Or if the woman is cheating on the husband, stop cheating.
Right.
Or whatever it is, that's all there is to it. And we pretend like, well, you know what? First off, they're these wonderful people, but somehow they're dogs in a sense when it comes to sex. or, and I'm not saying it's just sex. I mean, it can be a whole bunch of other stuff.
Right.
And I'm not against all divorces, because there are fault-based divorces. There's case of domestic violence. There's all sorts of reasons that you could say, you know what, the best thing to do for everybody is for divorce. But there's no fault divorce where all of a sudden, the cheater gets to abandon his family and then files a lawsuit against the innocent person. And usually in divorce, the person who files first is the person who wins.
Yeah, and sometimes what'll happen...
And the laws favor the cheater, the abandoner.
And sometimes what'll happen, in my case, this didn't happen this way, but I had 4 kids, 4 and under.
Right.
Had he not been a pilot, he would have got all of the kids. I truly believe it.
Yeah.
Being a cheater,
he makes more money.
Up with someone else, it would look like we're more stable. We have 2 people. You have more money. I'm sitting there with no kids. That stuff happens.
Yeah. You know what really gets me? I've seen, and I've talked with women and men both. That I've been fighting for it because of what I went through and because of the alienation that has happened and the perjury that takes place and the attorneys that are there looking out for themselves. But I know of a couple of people. One individual, wonderful lady, with a daughter with Down syndrome. And her ex-husband is out making tons of money as a doctor, widely respected. He has nothing to do with his daughter. She is a teacher. She makes $50,000 a year. I have no idea what his income is, but I would guarantee you that it's probably on the upper end of the 6 figures, if not above that. And he won't even provide insurance for his daughter. Another instance where one of these cheaters is now on the city council of a city here in Texas.
Yeah, I know who that is.
You know who it is?
Yep. Or he's not on there yet.
Well, he just got elected.
Oh my God.
I know, and I mean, when I found out, I wanted to say something, but by the time I found out who he was, it was already, the election was done. And I mean, just a wonderful man. He's a conservative. He's a Republican. He's going to speak about responsibility.
But that's okay, because I have an idea for that city.
Okay.
And I've already.
Well, let's talk about this in a moment.
Idea.
Yeah, let's not go there because there are sensitive issues involved with that.
What I was going to talk about was a proclamation. This is what my plan is.
Oh yeah, I see.
This is okay.
I already know where you're going with, but go ahead.
But October is Domestic Abuse Awareness Month.
Right.
So I've already talked to the mayor of Keller, a different city.
Yeah, but nearby.
And very nearby. And he's going to sign it as parental alienation being domestic abuse by proxy.
Oh, that is not beautiful.
So once he signs it, I'm
we'll
also
take it
going
to the next
ask the city council of a neighboring city.
Exactly. We'll just leave it at that.
As well.
Yeah, good. That's wonderful. Okay, so anyway.